Let's go to Arsenal. The North London derby looms large Sunday afternoon. Back page of the Sun. I think it works better visually than it does me saying Veng in a prayer. Obviously, spin on wing in a prayer. Mikel pre-derby chats to Arsenal. Legend gives title race advice. So how do you think this compares to some of the best Arsenal teams under Wenger this side under Mikel Arteta?
I mean, first of all, I can't believe it's 20 years this week since the Invincibles won at Tottenham to win the league. It just seems ridiculous that time has flown that fast. But, you know, that was such a great team, the Invincibles team of Henry and Vieira. I've got to be honest, that if you had to ask Emery this current Arsenal team would get in the Invincibles team, I don't think any would. I think that, you know, Odegaard and Saka would be knocking on the door, Declan Rice, but Declan Rice wouldn't get in ahead of Patrick Vieira. So I think that team set the standard. You know, that was an amazing team that Arsene Wenger built, and the one in '98, which won the double, another great team. So I think this team that Mikel Arteta's building is certainly growing, and it's got potential to be a great Arsenal side. But I still think it's maybe a couple of years away from being anywhere near those, you know, absolute vintage teams. And, you know, recency bias comes into it quite a lot, but they were amazing teams. So I don't think to compare to those teams is a fair comparison for Mikel Arteta. He just needs to win the title. If he wins a title as Arsenal manager, I don't think Arsenal have ever waited so long between titles as 20 years. So it's a massive chance for Arteta to actually get over the line. But if they do, this team will certainly be remembered alongside the greats of the past. But it's going to be tough. But obviously, if they can win at Tottenham at the weekend, it gives them a massive chance. But obviously, City got the advantage. But this Arsenal team is not going anywhere apart from up. But to compare it to the greats of the past, I still think it's a bit too early for that just yet.
John, what's your take? We saw the Times there. Interesting headline, the Kingmakers, didn't it? Tottenham players picture because they get to play all the title candidates. Tottenham can decide title racing matches against Arsenal and Manchester City there on the back page of the Times. Where do you think this Arsenal side would rank if they could beat Tottenham on Sunday and then win the title? Is there a context to say with this Pep Guardiola's Man City that it would rank with the best of Wenger's work, George Graham, etc.? Chapman?
Oh, I actually think as each year goes by with the Premier League, it becomes tougher and tougher, and it's almost impossible to compare and judge against previous successes. But I do think that, you know, Wenger built an incredible legacy and dynasty at Arsenal. And, you know, I think that the very fact that he won the title in 2004 unbeaten with the Invincibles side, not losing a single match in that success, is something that's never been repeated, arguably never will be. I mean, if Man City, the greatest team, in my opinion, of the Premier League era, can't do it, then, you know, that just sets apart that achievement, doesn't it, really? But I do think Mark's right. I think they're a team very much on the way up. I think they're making incredible strides. I think it might yet still be next season before they do take that next step, if you like, and win the title. But they are building a super team. Odegaard, he's got to be in the running for Player of the Year, hasn't he? And, you know, Declan Rice has had a fabulous first season at the club. So they are making great strides. But this is a huge test on Sunday because Spurs haven't played for 15 days. During that time, Arsenal have played 4 huge games. So it is a big test. But look, you could flip it on its head and say if Arsenal win that game at Tottenham, then it will suddenly strengthen their belief no end that they still have a chance. Yes, City have that game in hand. They're still only a point behind. But this time Arsenal go first. And then of course, City have to play at Forest, don't they, or later on that Sunday afternoon. And that applies a little bit of pressure. And that's all Arsenal can do. And I do think that they are a team really going places under Mikel Arteta, and I think they're making fabulous strides. But I agree with Mark; they've still got a little bit of way yet to kind of, you know, kind of keep up with one of the true great eras of the Premier League title sort of success, which was under Arsene Wenger.
Gents, the break is knocking, but quickly predictions then. Telegraph Sport, John, do or die derby. Arsenal put title hopes on the line. What's your prediction for Sunday?
Well, we were cruelly asked, actually, for our predictions, so I don't know whether they've made the paper or not, but I can't say different, can I? No. I've gone for 2-2.
Like earlier in the season, yep. History repeats itself. What about you, Mark?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a draw, but I think Tottenham have got a massive say in the title race. They've got to play Arsenal, Liverpool and City yet, and I think they can beat Arsenal or City, but I think this weekend it'll be a draw. And if they beat City, then it's back in Arsenal's hands.